Despite signs of recovery across the world, Christine Lagarde said that potential risks must not be ignored. One of these was the fact that Eurozone inflation, at 0.8%, remained way below the 2% target set by the European Central Bank, ECB. She was speaking on the final day of the World Economic Forum, in Davos. Deflation can hinder growth, as prices and the value assets continue to fall. Ms. Lagarde told a Davos debate on the global economic outlook that, despite signs of recovery everywhere, there were old risks and new risks. Old risks included any failure to continue banking reforms and rebalance economies, she said. New risks were how emerging economies responded to the winding down of economic stimulus measures in the U.S., and the problems facing economies whose inflation rate remained stubbornly below target. Mario Draghi, president of the ECB, told the same conference that the bank was ready to act if necessary, but he insisted that deflation was not yet an issue for the Eurozone. He said Eurozone inflation is subdued and expected to remain subdued for about 2 years. The longer it stays at a low level, the more serious risk of deflation, he said. Completely changed. But he said the fall in inflation was primarily due to slowdowns in 4 heavily indebted countries, Greece, Spain, Ireland and Portugal. These countries were now seeing much better economic growth, which is why Eurozone inflation would likely return to target in the medium term, Mr. Draghi said. In Japan, prolonged deflation stunted economic growth for years. But government stimulus measures, so-called Abenomics, appear to be breathing new life into the world's third-largest economy. The Bank of Japan's chief, Haruhiko Kuroda, told the conference that the country's inflation rate should reach its 2% target within 2 years. Now the situation has completely changed, and I'm quite optimistic as far as economic growth and appropriate 2% inflation are concerned, Mr. Kuroda said. They will be achieved, but we are only halfway. There's still a long way to go. We have to be mindful that there could be downside risks or upside risks from inside the country or abroad.